Well, hello, everyone. Good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. I shall rejoice, I shall sing, and I shall be glad in it. I'm Dr. Julia Royston of DK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, the Book Business Boss Consulting, and for the Kingdom Ministries. And for all of my websites, all of my online stores, go to juliakroyston.com. Our topic today is taken from John 11:34. And Jesus said, "Where have you laid him?" And so, my question to you is, where did you lay it down? So, I'm 60, and I probably started this really kind of in my 50s, might even my late 40s, but I can go in a room. Okay, yeah, don't leave me out here by myself. I can go in a room and forget why I came in there. Oh, I checked with my doctor, and my doctor was like, "Girl, that's just age." I'm like, I don't want dementia. I don't want Alzheimer's. Those two things just really, I use my brain so much. Just the thought of losing my thought capacity just petrifies me. And that's an open, transparent confession. And, my thoughts and prayers go to anybody who's has a parent or something dealing with that. But I know what that looks like, and I don't want that for myself. So I'm just trying to, make sure that my brain does the best it can do. When it gets tired, I let it rest. But people of a certain age, we can walk into a room and forget why we came in there. And me, I immediately go, "Oh, why did I come in here? Oh, Holy Spirit, help me. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit." And then, you know, people like, "You just blame everything on the Lord." You said, "Baby, I need him every second, every minute, every day, every hour." I don't know about y'all. I don't know what y'all do, who y'all worship, but I need God. And so sometimes at a certain age, we need reminders. We need reminders. We need reminders. We need reminders on my phone. Sometimes when I get caught up and I'm working on something, and I know that I have an appointment on my calendar and all that, but I put reminders on my phone. I will put a reminder of an alarm on my phone to, you know, to go off and at a certain time, and I know, okay, I got 5 minutes to fold this last thing, put it in the basket, and 5 minutes to get up the steps to my office. So at a certain age, we need reminders. At a certain age, we may not need reminders. There are things that we understand and we quickly, have access to. But sometimes we need a reminder. Jesus asked Mary and Martha, "Where have you laid him?" Now, if you are a church kid and been to Sunday school at all, this is a major story. This is a fantastic story, because this is one story of many. Jesus doing the resurrection, raising someone from the dead. But the Lazarus story is next level, because Lazarus had been dead 4 days when Jesus got there. And Jesus got the word before, when Lazarus was sick, and he delayed coming, and he let Lazarus die. Martha had an attitude. Mary was questionable, but Martha, if you'd have been here, Jesus, Mary and Martha was like, "Our brother wouldn't have died. My brother wouldn't have died if you'd have been here, because we know that thou art the resurrection and the life. You can do all things. There's nothing you can't do." And I have to confess, me and Martha and Mary kind of have the same kind of thing, because I'm like, some things that I'm going through in my life and my family's going through, I'm like, God, you could just speak the word and fix this. But he said, "What would your testimony be? What would the testimony be? And what would the testament be? That something was dead, something was impossible, and you had given up. But where did you lay it down? Where did you drop it off? Where did you say, yeah, I'm done with that. I'm finished with that. That's dead. That's a dream that I tried 2 or 3 times and it didn't work." But Jesus asked Mary and Martha, "Where have you laid him? Where is he buried?" I mean, I know he was dead 4 days. I know, like, we're gonna roll the stone away. Jesus, by now, he stinketh. Because remember, they didn't have the same kind of technology. They had good at technology, especially in Egypt, but by now, Jesus, excuse me, he stinketh. By now, that thing has been dead so long, it stinks. Ugh. I have forgotten that thing. I don't know if you've ever done it, but have you ever like taken out the trash and then something happens and especially in the summer when it's really hot, your trash can easily stink. I don't care how air conditioned your house is. If you have fish, if you had chicken and the leftover, oh, gross. You got to get it out of the house because it'll stink up everything. But Mary and Martha said, well, we can show you, we can tell you, but oh my Lord, by now he stinketh. Because Israel, they believed, that God could resurrect, and we got to watch you a couple days. That's really kind of a part of what awake is when we do funerals today, is that we watch it because we haven't embalmed yet, so he could come back to life. I have known people who've come back to life in the morgue. Oh yeah. And still living to this day. I know it's over the top. You think it can't happen, but it can. So that's the reason why we just never know, because God can resurrect them. I've seen them flatline. I've known them to flatline and come back. But where'd you lay him? Where did you lay it? Where did you lay that down? So, number 2. So we need reminders of this, and so that's why I'm here today. I'm just as a reminder. Number 2, Jesus knew all things, but he always had the people a part of the process and the miracle. Have you noticed that? He always has people a part of the process. Like Jesus doesn't know already, but he always made people tell him, so what's the problem? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to fix? First miracle, he told his mama, it's not my time. Like, what are you coming to me asking me, talking about they ain't got no more wine at this wedding and I'm gonna turn water? What? She said, listen, I told the guys with the barrels and the water and the whatever, the assistants, the servants, whatever he tells you to do it. But he wants you to be a part of the process. You're going to be a part of the process. I know some of you have laid some things down and you're like, I'm not even going to think about that. And sometimes when people who do what you're supposed to be doing are on the timeline, and especially in Facebook, you scroll faster, don't you? Mm-hmm. Some things that you see that you registered for a program, or you got a free download of an ebook. I have tons of those. And you see it coming, you saw immediately unsubscribe. I'm not going to need that. I'm not doing that. It didn't work for me. You get an attitude, you get upset, you get in your feelings, all of the above. Done that too. But it doesn't matter. Because Jesus is saying, where'd you lay it? Where'd you lay it down? Where'd you put it down? That thing I told you, that thing that was burning in your heart, the thing that kept you up late at night and got you up early in the morning. Where'd you lay it down? Who told you it was over? Who told you it was finished? Who told you it was done? Now, at the recording of this, we're still in the first quarter of the year, so there's still decisions to be made, prayers to be prayed, miracles to be had. I'm just getting you ready for one. I don't know who it's for, what it's for. He just gave it to me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just here to tell you what he told me to tell you. So Jesus knew all things, but you'll always be a part of the process. So I know we want some miraculous thing to happen and we're not involved, and somebody just gives us something and something just drops it in our lap. No, boo, you're going to be a part of the journey. No, boo, you're going to be a part of the process. No, sorry. You're not going to get out of it. You got to go through the twists and turns, the ups and downs, and all around. Nope. So they had to be a part of the process. So when Jesus said, where did you lay him down? Lazarus, he's thinking, Jesus, we got to roll that stone away and we got to go pick up that thing that's stinking now. It's so old, it stinks. We forgot it and it now. Oh, well, okay. We're going to obey Jesus. So we got to roll the stone away. We got to roll the stone back. We got to open up the notebook. We got to get the pen out. We got to open up that email. We got to open up that ebook we downloaded, we never did do nothing with, and read it and actually go through it and actually work through the process, work through the workbook. We actually have to do the calls. We have to send the emails. Yeah, we're going to be a part of this miracle. We're going to see it happen. Now, no matter how many times, if it's still a part of what you're supposed to be doing and your purpose, and you still look at it sidebar, and you still, unless he told you, is this good? Are you good? Okay, good. We don't need to worry about that anymore, like he did me a few times. That I was concerned about something and I was side-eyeing and looking over at it. And he was like, okay, are you done with that? Okay, let's move on to the next thing that I have. So even after you go back and find where it was laid down and what it was, there's a journey, there's a process. So number one, you're gonna have to revisit that purpose. You're gonna have to go back and look at it. Get your notebook out, get your plans out, get that file on your computer that's on your Google Drive, or it's on, if like me, it's on my server, and open it up and relook at it and revisit it, because it's the time for that. It's the time to understand and reignite the purpose and revisit it and say, well, what was it initially for, and what? And normally, if it's something that has basically died, it's not a human being. It's not, we're not talking about that. We're talking about a dream, a goal, a vision, something he gave you. There all of a sudden, miraculously, will be questions surrounding it. You'll all of a sudden, people will ask you, girl, I thought you said you was gonna well, we need, and I think you can do that. All of a sudden you'll, no, I don't do that. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not doing that. But it stinks. But there's still hope. Oh, that's a word for somebody. It stinks. There's still hope. So revisiting the purpose, the plan, God's going to give it to you. And then once you revisit the purpose, and you're like, you got to loose it and give life to it. Ooh. You got to loose it and give life to it. You got to loose it and give life to it. Loose it and give life to it. Loose it. Because when Lazarus was hopping out, because Jesus said, Lazarus come forth, that dead thing came out, and he stopped hopping and it started, Jesus gave life to it, but it was still loosed. We got to loose it. It wasn't lost. It was found, but we got to loose it. We got to unwrap it. We got to untie it. We got to untangle it. We got to give plans and action to it. We got to start speaking it first. And that's what Jesus did first. He started speaking it. Lazarus, come forth. Only Lazarus, not all the rest of the dead, because Jesus got that kind of power. But Lazarus, you come forth. You're the testimony. You're the testament. You're the monument that we're gonna have, that Jesus can raise it from the dead. And you're gonna have a testament. You're gonna have a monument too, of something that Jesus raised from the dead. Oh yeah, give life to it. And so they unraveled him, took all the claws off of him, and Jesus said, loose him, let him go, loose him, unloose him, unravel all that stuff out, take all that stuff off of him. And some of you got to take all that negativity off of it. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. All that meaningless stuff that means nothing to God. All that stuff that, we tell ourselves. Sometimes you don't even have to have a hater. You don't need no hater. You the hater. You hating on your own dream. You hating on your own goals. Because there's nothing like people speaking negative and you still succeeding. You still, because after so long, it's going to get old and it's going to get boring. Because as much as you try, other people try to hate on your dream, if it's still getting bigger, it's still growing, it's still living, it's still breathing, it's still moving. Maybe not perfectly, but it's still moving. That gets old. Then they go hate on somebody else. So there's nothing like, success to, end all of that. You just keep going. You just keep walking. And when the enemies came against Jesus and said, and you said, and you did, he points to Lazarus and said, there's my receipt over there. The kids say, you got receipts? There it is. There he is over there. And he was sitting right there as the testimony, as the monument, as the testament that he got all power, that he's the, well, I don't know. I'm not saying anything that I'm the end all, the be all, that I'm the Messiah. All I know is, you see Lazarus sitting over there. And that usually, as the old folks used to say, shut the mouths of the gainsayers. And shut the mouth of those. So, but first, we got to go back to the beginning. Where are you later? He's thinking it's like it's over, it's done. What? Here it is. Here's my pen. Here is my notebook. It's in here. I just gotta turn the page, and there it is. There's the plan I had. There's the 10 things. There's the goal. There's the business name. There's the LLC. I still paid the annual entity. I still did the form. I still paid the fee. That's where it is. Okay, now it's time to loose it and give life to it. Revisit it, reorganize it. Where are you now? Where is it in your life now? Where can it fit on your calendar now? But loose it and give life to it. I trust that helps you. Loose whatever that is. If God said it's time, then it's time. If it's that thing that's keeping you up late at night and getting you up early in the morning, baby, loose it and give life to it. And speaking of life, Live Your Best Life is coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right where on envision-radio.com, where praise meets talk 24/7. And then at 11 a.m., the Spike Davis and Friends show. Tune in for Last Music and more at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Book Business Boss Show, where we help you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. And then after that, more information than you know what to do with. My granddaddy said you can shake a stick at. Go to 100 Ways to Be a Book Business Boss. That's my free gift to you for this first quarter of the year. Subscribe, because I'm going to be having more videos there at the Book Business Boss is the handle on youtube.com/@ Book Business Boss. 100 Ways to Be a Book Business Boss. Baby, that's going to keep you going. Not only just the first quarter of this year, but the whole year. And if you are ready to publish that book now, go to talkwithroyston.com and reach out to me. Let's schedule a conversation. Let's talk about your book. Get on my calendar today. It's on Eastern Standard Time too as well. So if you're on a different time zone, cover yourselves accordingly. RoystonClasses.com. Writing sessions are available one-on-one. And then coming up April 2nd is the Children's Book Boot Camp, where I'm going to be talking about creating children's books. So we'll be ready just in time for fall. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know. The school calendar runs differently. So we'll be ready for fall to launch to schools everywhere. And so that's coming up April 2nd, 2024. So if you always wanted to write a children's book, bring your ideas, bring your thoughts, but let's make sure that we're going to have the most and the best children's book ever so that we can sell and enlighten and enhance children's lives everywhere. Coming up on February 6th. Yep, we're on the move. February is Love Month, and we're in February, and February's on the move. But February 6th, Tuesday night, I'm going live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Author Spotlight, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Join us. Authors to support, authors to sponsor, authors so that you can purchase their books as well as share. So tag a friend, tag a loved one. Join us on February 6th. We'll be going live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And then where am I going to be February? I got a whole tour coming up at the end of the month, and I'll tell you about that next week. But on February 19th to the 21st, I'll be at the 80th Annual Pastors and Leaders Conference hosted by the General Association of Baptists in Kentucky in Louisville, Kentucky at the Marriott East. Join us there. Stop by. There'll be plenty of information going on. There'll be organizations. If you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area and you want to do anything in ministry, especially, ministry to be to be trained, to be get classes and to meet and greet and fellowship and see others in ministry and to be and support vendors everywhere. Come February 19th to the 24th. Stop by the Marriott East. The beauty is free parking. Did you say free parking? Yay, we love it. Free parking, the 80th annual Pastors and Leaders Conference. And then if you're in Montgomery, Alabama, or surrounding areas, or get there within 2 to 4 hours, meet us at the Montgomery Book Festival and Writing Expo on March 9th, 2024. It'll be there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We'll have writing sessions. There'll be tons of authors. I'll have a new flyer coming up, and so you can see that and see the authors that already have author tables. There's still space available. So if you're an author in the area and want to bring your books, whether they're adult or children or business or inspirational, be sure and go to VernetteCnettles.com and register today while you still can. So I'll have more. I'll be on the move even more. And have more coming up. So we trust that something we said or that we do helps brighten your day and help get you ready for the upcoming week. I'm Dr. Julia Royston, praying today, tomorrow, and always that you live your best life and you're being all that God determined for you to be. Be blessed. Have a great week. Bye-bye.